And hello everybody and welcome back to another VDRL race. In today's race we have the Singapore Grand Prix, the final race of the season and of the season. It's a sprint weekend, as you guys know. Today we have another exciting race ahead of us with not a lot of attendance, only 8 people, but hopefully much more action than people attending, as we are going ahead of today's race, and it's going to be, as I said, Singapore in the flood-littered streets of Singapore. It's going to be an exciting race today. The final season, we don't have anything that I could say about the standings or anything, because it haven't updated since November 4th, which was a month ago almost. So yes, so nothing about that. And thank you for that, for the league owners or the people who do the standings. So nothing about that, but I could show you the drivers. Don't need to look at the driver standings or something. The last race was the mystery track, which we got the standings and the end result. So yes, we have the driver lineups in the McLaren, Alpine, Ferraris, everything. And now we have 8 people in the lobby, so I'm going to show you the lobby. Today is going to be a sprint weekend, as I said before. It's going to be short qualifying for both of those races, and then a 10-lap race for the sprint, and a 31-lap race for the actual race. And I don't think it's a title decider, but we're gonna have a look. Honestly, we don't have anything really to work with right now. As you can see, we have 2 Red Bulls in, Mr. D-Mac and Kota, and then we have one of the Kick Saubers, Sir Piastri, both the Scuderia Ferraris, in the name of Meshu and TDR Infinity, and then we have both the Alpines in Tour and Sir Marius and Yestinboy, and then we have Harry in the Haas, and that closes out all of the drivers. So yeah, not a lot of people in today's league race, and there haven't been any really at the last 3-4 races. So yeah, we're gonna see if what is gonna happen here. So yeah, everybody is readying up now, and we are going to go underway of this sprint weekend. And then we're gonna have a look what's about to happen in today's race. Hopefully everything's good. Everything's gonna be good, as we are starting the short qualifying sprint. Sprint qualifying, sorry. Very, very tricky track today. Singapore is a hard to overtake place, but hopefully we're gonna have some crispy overtakes in the first or the second sector, maybe. On the last sector it's definitely not that easy to overtake. Maybe on the last before the last corners. But yeah, absolutely hard track to master, but also one of my favorite tracks, and I think a lot of people's favorite tracks, because it's just so beautiful in the little country. I mean, it's a city, but it's also a country, little country of Singapore. And then it's just one country for all, and it's raining. We're having a monsoon today or something, but it's definitely raining today. We're gonna put the none, not that, lap data, and then a full track map. So we are gonna have in today's race Marius, Harry, Infinity, Mr. Kota, Meshu, Serpias, D-Mag and Yestin Boy. Again, it's a unexpected, I mean not really unexpected, but in league racing it's unexpected to see this much rain. They have to start on the wet tires, like the blue tire compound. It's gonna be interesting for sure, as D-Mag's going out now almost first, and then I think that's Marius. Yes, Marius going out first, sorry, not D-Mag. Mr. Kota now going out too. D-Mag just behind Marius. It's a flooded track today. Also not really I mean it's almost like it's night because there's so much clouds, and we can see Tokyo drifting D-Mag now. I mean, I think maybe trying to warm up his tires, but yeah, going off the track a little bit, struggling a lot as I can see. And also Marius, he's also the one who's doing a little bit of drifting out here. On the intermediates, a brave strategy. Stroich, and D-Mag spins it in the outlap, no damage however, so that's good, but as I say, no damage. Marius could have gotten some damage, and now he's in the Red Bull sandwich. A lot of drifting too here. D-Mag probably trying to warm up his tires. What a beautiful drift cutting across the corner though. Yeah, very interesting sight to see. I would put on some Tokyo drifting music, the Japan one, but we would get the MCA, then we wouldn't want that. As we can see now, Infinite is also out, and Meshu is also going out for his lap. But Marius is the first one that's gonna start his lap. I'm not sure if this is a good strategy choice by the Red Bulls. I mean, they're gonna have slipstream, but also they're gonna have a probably slower driver than them, because they are on the blue tire compound, the wet tire compound, and not on the intermediates, while Marius is on the intermediate tire compound. As we can see, cannot put on the trotter quite good. So Mr. Kota also. D-Mag is gonna start his lap now. Everybody's going out for their laps now. Infinity, Marius, Serpias, D-Mag, and also Yestin Boy is both on their laps now. Mr. Kota with the purple sector 1. And will D-Mag get the purple sector 1 too? Yes, I'm not sure. I think it's a glitch or something. As we could see. And Marius is still, I mean, we could see that he is losing some time to Mr. Kota in these qualifying laps. But as they go, maybe the track will get better and better as they go and get the I mean, rain off the track, but it is a quite heavy rain right now, so maybe it won't dry up that quick. Well, probably not dry up that quick. Won't dry up any kind of how. As Marius is, Mr. Kota is having a lovely slipstream from Marius, but cannot see a thing, I think. I'm not sure if he can see. Maybe if he has it on low graphics, then maybe. But Marius with a big send down to the last corner, and Mr. Kota with a almost or more than a 1 second time difference between Marius and Mr. Kota. Let me just, yes, between Marius and Mr. Kota, more than a second time gap. Infinity comes across the line and in third, getting ahead of D-Mac, who seems to just having fun, drifting, letting Meshu Infinity go by a little bit. Marius is now on another hot lap, 3/10 improvement. Also from Mr. Kota, he only has a 1/10 improvement but doesn't need to improve much and invalidated his lap. Marius now still on the intermediate tires. We can see a line forming which all the people is going through. I don't know what's the plan for Kota here. Probably just to overtake Marius. I'm not sure if that's quite legal though. And he's the owner, so I think everything's legal for him or something. And he's letting Marius go now. Marius with a 9/10 improvement in the second sector, but not invalidating though anything. He could have a fighting chance to get that provisional pole position taken away from Mr. Kota if he has a strong third sector. Meshu comes across the line in second place, only 4.420 behind Mr. Kota. And now Marius across the line he goes, beating Kota by 5, almost more than half a second. On the intermediate tires, it seems that the intermediate tires are way better than the wet tires in almost every scenario. Marius will now go for his in-lap. Meshu cannot improve on his time, unfortunately. Infinity not improving on his time either. Justin Boy not even in the question. And then D-Mac in the pits. Harry, I mean, way down we go at the standings. In the beautiful livery though, the Austin GP livery for Haas. And we could see Justin Boy going, not Justin Boy, Marius going by him. 2-second improvement also, yeah. Yes, 2-second improvement. And as we go now into the everybody's going into pits. Oh, and Meshu almost crashing into Marius there. Everybody's just having fun now at the end of the races. Beautiful livery though from Meshu. Oh, and Mr. Kota is out again. Now on the intermediates. I think he's saying what we are saying, that there is getting a form. Oh, and Infinity goes fastest with a 3-second gap between him and Marius. There really is a not a dry line, but a intermediate line forming, and that's a 4-second gap between first and second, which is just infinitely unimaginable, to say the least. That is very, very, very amazing to see from a from Infinity, from a driver. But let's see what Mr. Kota can and will do about that. Coming up to the last couple of corners before starting his lap. Let's see what can he do about it. Can he improve by even more? Yeah, can he improve by 4.5 seconds? Which, I mean, could be possible, but also just not really that much possible, if I say so myself, because I mean, just look at the state of the track. It's not really the one you're looking for in this situation, I think. So yes, so let's see if Mr. Kota can really do what other people probably couldn't. Maybe Marius. Also Meshu. Oh, Harry goes up to 5th place. Cross the line 5.4. Second improvement. Yes, there's really a dry line forming now, or at least not that much of a wet line. There's still a lot of rain on the track. Now Mr. Kota is up by 1.4, but invalidated his lap. Not gonna count anymore. Maybe the next, maybe if he has enough fuel, then it would be possible for him. Also, Infinity is not doing anything right now. Okay. Marius on his out lap too, coming up to the last couple of corners before starting his lap. We can see the dry line forming in the left part of the track, in the ideal line. So drivers might have to, not might, but have to stick to that line to get the best lap times possible. It's Marius. Now a little bit of a slide, maybe a little bit oversteer correction needed there. That's almost perfectly normal in these tricky situations. And that's another beautifully taken corner in these situations, in this weather. Mr. Kota following him, not closely behind, but following him in the footsteps of him. As Mr. Kota goes purple sector 1. Maury is still struggling to find grip a little bit, I think. Or maybe not, he's looking very good right now. Coming up to this is the very tricky section. Where you need to have a lot of patience in this wet track. Now on to the last straight of Yestinboy goes second fastest. But here is the man 4.8 seconds up from his last time. Infinity goes fastest again with a 1:42.097. Sir Piastri now coming across the line in second place. Marius is the person who we need to look out for. 4.8 seconds of improvement from the last sector. In sector 2, he's down by 5.8. What can he do in this last sector? He's gonna come across the line that's a 1:41, but Mr. Kota cannot rule him out, and a 1:40.2 comes across the line. That is pole position for the Red Bull. Meshu still looking for improvement. Meshu is, I think, third. Got third at the end. No, Meshu is 5th, and I think that's D-Mag in last place. Couldn't manage to do a lap in the no, D-Mag 2nd place. D-Mag, the two Red Bulls P1 and 2. Let's see if they can keep that in the race. Marius is only third. I say only, but he's 50 thousandths behind, only behind D-Mag. Infinity, who was up there for so long, is down to 4th. Meshu is 5th. Sir Piastri is 6th. And then Yestinboy is 7th. Harry is 8th. And that's the last driver on the grid. Now on to the sprint race. Oh, and that is interesting. The sprint race is also raining too. I'm quite sure they just put rain on everything. So, yes, definitely will be interesting to see. These drying up tracks. And then it's going to be the person who gets the strategy quite right. I mean, in the sprint it's not about strategy. In the race is definitely about that. Need to have a great strategy, not like McLaren's in Qatar. I'm still not really happy to see that. But yeah, it's very interesting. As we're waiting for people's tire choice to be made. Is it going to be the wet summer on the wet some on the intermediates? But that's 5 red lights, and we're on the way. A quick start from DMAG, I think, or is that Kota? No, that is Kota, and that's already Carnage in the back. Marius is going for the defending position, but both the Ferraris are up there. One of the Ferraris on the wet tire compound and crashing into Marius. One of the Ferraris goes off the track. Mr. Infinity was up there in first, now down at the last place. Meshu up to third place. And that is a very interesting sight to see. A Jestim boy up to 4th and Marius down to 5th place. Probably some damage from the contact between him and the Ferraris. As now I think they're kind of settled in. DMAG still, I take that back. Meshu still not outside of DMAG's, 1 second range. Doesn't matter really anything in this scenario because it's fully raining. But maybe he could get even closer. Marius now going to push against his teammate and try to get those places back up. He's gonna let through by a Jestin boy. That's another place back for Marius. As everybody is settling in their positions right now. Harry is still, kind of catching up to Sir Piastri. Not really. Sakota with the fastest lap. I'm not quite sure if the intermediates are working that well, but maybe. Not really sure. Yeah, that definitely working. Harry and also Sir Piastri is going down in the order, just fighting, I think, and Infinity got the better end of it. Up to 6th, Infinity goes after that horrible start. And I take back what I said about the intermediates. The intermediates are working pretty good. We can see top 5 is all of them are in the on the intermediates. So that was definitely the brave but also a good choice for all of the drivers. Marius now has caught up to one of the Ferraris which he had a clash with at the start of this race. And Meshu now probably fearing for his life. Infinity up to 5th place. Move on a Jestin boy. Goes up, very close to the wall, drifting through there, through that section. That was a beautifully executed save. But also didn't lost that much time, I think. Now Mar is closer than ever to the top 3 positions and gonna try to look for his place back. Not sending it just yet, but can. He has the option to do so. Still a lot of rain coming down. No, Mr. Kota with the fastest lap again. Now DMAG is 3.4 seconds away from him. But Marius is just closing the gap inch by inch and centimeter by centimeter, because we're in Europe, and now only 3.3 tenths away, or 0.3 seconds away. He is a little bit of a oversteer moment, drift there, caught up back real quick. Oh, and collides with the wall, a little bit of a tap with the wall. I think that's where Russell probably tapped the wall also and crashed into the barrier, but didn't lost momentum, or as I can see, didn't lost that much momentum, and still keeps on fighting for against the Ferrari of Meshu. Now he's again very close here, only down, and tries to look for the inside, probably just showing Meshu that he's there and to know his placement. Meshu now goes defensive around the outside. Marius goes, still keeping in that pocket, but now backs down and looks for another opportunity for that race. Goes off the track. It's probably another warning for him, as now Infinity joins the party of fighting for the third place position, as he is still on the wet tires, which is interesting to see. Maybe the better choice or the intermediate is going a little bit out of the usable range, because there's just so much rain that it's not drying up anything. And now Infinity can join the party of fighting for this third place against Marius and his teammate, but goes into the wall. The back wheel has tapped the wall coming out of the turn. When the contact between Infinity and Marius, it just looks like Infinity has a way more pace against the Alpine driver, and goes into the inside, keeps the position probably. Yes, he will. Marius not really looking in his rearview mirrors, but yes, definitely got overtaken, but now looks to keep that position, looks to get that position back, and Infinity is slowly but surely catching up to D-Mag, and I mean Meshu is already caught up to. He's only 1/10 away, and now goes for the lunge into the inside and gets the position up to third place. Infinity goes, and Marius also overtaking Meshu for fourth place. Meshu not really wasn't really looking forward to that place, and now side by side the two guys go. Marius and Meshu still fighting for that first place, or that fourth place, not even the podium. Still fighting for that and looking for the option to get back up to Infinity, maybe. But I think struggling to find the grip a little bit here, as Infinity has got up to D-Mag by 4/10, which is just insane in one lap in these variable conditions. Big drift to there. It's really putting on a show for us right here, but while doing that, losing some time. Now D-Mag is 9 seconds down from Mr. Kota. Infinity is now only 1.3. Wow, D-Mag is going down, or going way farther again, away from Mr. Kota. Infinity is slowly but surely catching up, not even that slowly, catching up to D-Mag, and now was within 1 second, within the 1 second range. Yes, he is. On the wet tires, this strategy may have worked out for him. As we can see, Mr. Kota has went fastest overall in on the intermediates, so maybe now it's the time it is the time to Infinity to make that move and try to look for that position. He cannot really, I think now the wet tires have probably overheated or something. It's not really looking that good for Infinity. It seems that he can find the grip, but also not really catching up to DMAG right now. Infinity is still going on and going on. Only 1 second away from DMAG, but has been there for almost a lap now. Doesn't seem to find any more pace to work against DMAG. Here is the leader, Mr. Quota, who's just chilling in first place, still pushing as hard as he could. I mean, maybe not pushing as hard as he could, but gaining every single lap on DMAG 12. As now he goes across the line and Infinity is closer than ever, only 3.1 tenths away from DMAG. Now again, I mean, still closer, 1 second gap, but he is still looking to find that position away from DMAG and to ruin that P1 and 2 finish for the Red Bulls. As now Kota has gained another second on DMAG within just a half a lap, which is absolutely diabolical. But Marius is also gaining not that much. He seems to be around that 1.2 second range, but Infinity now getting a lot more pace than usual, and now on to DMAG's gearbox he goes. Only 3.5 tenths away from DMAG, which is now half a second, but which is absolutely very nice job from Infinity. After that comeback is real. It is real. Sir Piastri now also looking to find that 6th position, but has a penalty, so doesn't really matter right now. Back to Infinity we go. He's now only 2 tenths away from DMAG, going to go for the lounge outside, locks up big. DMAG has to cut the corner. DMAG gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner. Probably will get removed because that was a big send from Infinity. Had to cut the corner. Infinity still in 3rd place, and now gives the chance to Marius to get back up to that podium finish, which he would want. Now all of these drivers are very close together, still in the fight for that 3rd or even 2nd place. We saw what happened with Meshu and Infinity and Marius, as now it seems that the intermediate tires are very much better than the wet tires now, or maybe not. As I say that, Marius has gone down to about 6 or 7 tenths away from Infinity. I mean, I'm not sure which tire is better, because both Infinity and Marius doesn't find the pace that much, because it seems that Infinity cannot handle the pace which DMAG is driving. He was very close at one point, but now he's almost a second off him. Marius, though, he is gaining quite a bit on some corners. He's also just gliding around that 5-6 second, 5-6 tenth area, which he's still in, as DMAG is holding them up quite good. I'm pretty sure that that 3 second will be removed after the race, because that was a very intentional dive bomb. It's not tolerated in such leagues. I would be pissed too if that happened to me. As we now go to that penultimate lap. I mean, this is the penultimate lap. And now Infinity is down by 1.1 second from DMAG. Marius is still around that now 4-5 tenth of a second gap, and still gaining each lap by lap over still. I think this was a lockup from Marius, and Marius gets a 3-second time penalty. That is very unexpected, and now won't have the fighting chance, but still goes for the inside. A little bit of tap and contact between those two. Mr. Kota now started his final lap of in this sprint. Very big drift from him. Back to Marius and Infinity's fight. Looking for the inside. Marius goes, but cannot find anything though. Still on that. He's still looking forward to that P3 position, even though he's not gonna get it because of the penalty. But at least I think in his mind he's saying that at least get it on track, and then we will see after the race if it gets removed or not. But now definitely not. Gets another warning from that probably. And now he's 8 tenths away from Infinity, as Infinity is slowly going down. He's 1.9, almost now 2 seconds away from DMAG. Very major thing to do, as Kota now onto the last section of the track. Dominated this entire race, starting from P1, now closing out in P1. Mr. Kota wins the sprint race in the final race of the season. DMAG's gonna come across the line in second place probably, but not keep that though. Doesn't keep it, goes across the line. Infinity second, and then Marius is 4th place. Infinity with the biggest comeback I think we ever seen. Maybe, I mean, in a 8 people lobby it's not that hard, but I mean it's still hard in these tricky conditions. Choose a different kind of strategy, and it worked out for him. Infinity is up to 2nd place. DMAG is 3rd. Marius just couldn't reach that podium finish, and he's in 4th place. Meshu with the unlucky incident between him and his teammate, and then Marius getting the better end of it and overtaking him. Meshu is P5, and then Yestin Boy P6 in his race. So in P1 we have Mr. Quota and then Infinity. D-Mag, Marius, Meshu, Yestinboy, Harry and Sir Piastri closing at the top 8. Now on to the qualifying we go to. It is a dry qualifying right now, so it's not gonna be raining at all for none of the people. Let me do one thing though. Yes. There. It's going to be interesting what these guys will do after that both wet sessions. Now onto the dry sessions we go, as I think Mr. Kota is now going out the pit lane, and also Yestinboy or Marius, no it is Marius, is going out. Yes, the two rivals that have competed for P1 in the qualifying now both out at the same time, almost at the same time. And both on their out laps. Also D-Mag, second Red Bull driver, is on his out lap too, warming up his tires, maybe try to close the gap to the first ones out. So Mr. Kota and Marius, and now Marius is again in a Red Bull sandwich, as I like to call it. As we are heading towards the first laps of this qualifying session. Now Meshu's out also, and yes, Meshu's out also again. I think Harry, or no, Infinity is also going out maybe. Nope, but Sir Piastri is, no, Yestinboy is going out. Yes. Yestinboy is also out on the soft, it's also on the soft tires. Now Marius going to start his lap, his first lap on a dry track on the soft tires. Let's see what can he do. Go on board with him. A little bit of a lock up into turn 1 and 2. But really doing the most he can. VRS enabled, and also VRS, one of the only places where he could get VDRS a very strong end of sector 1 and or the start of sector 2, as he is now on his way to the most difficult part of the track. A little bit of a slide on an oversteer moment there for Mr. Marius. Mr. Kota is the one who is putting in the laps as sector 2, that is purple for Mr. Kota, who's only on the medium tires. It's gonna be interesting. What can he do? He's going to do a 128.4 onto Marius. Here we go. Can he beat that time and take away provisional pole position? No, he will not. He's going to get a 129.1 1, which is, I mean, a lot or more behind, almost 7/10 away from Mr. Kota. I really didn't want to see that time, to be honest. D-Max in third right now, 1.1 second away from his teammate. Meshu gonna start his lap now. He got P5 in the last race. That was the race. He got, I think maybe he got P5 in the qualifying too, in the wet qualifying. They are all out on track. Probably gonna go into the pits. Yes, Mr. Kota is into his in lap now. Oh, so Marius, I think. Yes, definitely. Yes, then boy. On a hot lap though. Let's see what's his time gonna be. It's going to be a 1:31.258. Not good enough for really anything right now. Maybe good fight for that P7 position. As Harry goes for the last really part of the track. It's part of the track too. Can he beat Yastin Boy's time? No, he cannot. At least he will put in a safety lap with a 4-second difference to Mr. Kota. Meshu goes in the pit lane as Infinity gonna start his lap now. Or no, he's still on his out lap into the last section of the track he goes. And now he's gonna start his out lap, or fast lap. Oh, and he invalidates in the first corner. Very unlucky for him. Unlucky. Sir Piastri pushing though. Look for that improvement. Gets a little bit of a slipstream from Infinity. The interesting choice. 26.9 first sector time. I'm really sorry, but I'm not really sure about the sector times here. Gets a little bit of a slipstream from D-Mag also. Getting slipstreamed left and right and left and right in this, I mean, interesting livery. Someone, it looks like Shaq drew up on it, but I mean, that's somebody's style. I mean, you can clearly see the kick style. Yes, and now it doesn't invalidate really anything. On to the last part he goes. Let's see what his time is gonna be. It's definitely not gonna be P1. It's good to get close to P3 at least. A 1:30.4, but invalidates at the last corner. I don't know what he did, but definitely not something good. Or not something right. As D-Max invalidate also. Marius on his outlap though. And into the last sector he goes before his fast lap. Now Marius onto his lap he goes, and hopefully he can And not for him, hopefully. He can beat Mr. Kota. He needs to find about 7/10 of improvement. He is purple in Sector 1. Can he keep that momentum in Sector 2 though? Not quite sure. But we saw some incredible things from incredible drivers here in VDRL. Oh, and he's in the wall, and at the end of that tricky section pushed too hard, and Marius is out of the qualifying session. That is a very unfortunate end to his quali and his last qualifying in VDRL Season 5. Into the wall Marius goes. But now D-Mac is gonna start his lap and maybe trying to look forward to get that second place away from Marius now that he cannot improve. Marius was also on such a good lap, but D-Mac invalidates. Still have 7.5 minutes left though, so that's not going to be an issue for him. Just needs to find about 5/10 of 5/10 or a half second. Mr. Kota is purple in this first sector. Will he get impeded? Yes, no he won't. Yes, Timboy was very generous with that. He is in the runoff area. But Kota now sees the remains of his fellow driver, but still goes through that sector, that section pretty good. Now on to the end of Sector 2, a 5/10 improvement from his own time. Will this be the biggest margin that we've seen in a qualifying? Now D-Mac has been overtaken by Meshu. Meshu's up to 3rd place. But Mr. Kota looking for that improvement, and he has done it. A 6.4 improvement. A beautiful lap from the Red Bull driver, and probably world champion. Not world, league champion. I'm not sure. We haven't got standings in a month, so that's the reason why I'm kidding. As now Mr. Kota is in 1st place. I mean, not now he's in 1st place, but I got 1st place again. Yeah, Meshu's not pushing. Infinity has invalidated. Sir PS3. I mean, probably it was trying to push. John R64 has joined the match. I'm not quite sure how, but I thought he was banned from that thing he said, for the things he said. Very interesting. But now I'm not sure if we will see any more action. Maybe at the last, at the end of the qualifying, maybe 2-3 minutes from now. As now Tron R64 is on his hard lap. Quite an absurd sight to see. because I'm not sure if this should have happened. Anyways, regardless of that, we have a 9th driver in today's league race with Jonar64 joining the match. I'm quite sure that they are trying to be yes, they are restarting their race after quali, I think, to ban John R64. At least we will have some something. Yes, Infinity has retired from the session, probably not looking for any more improvement. As now we go to his lap. John, an unexpected visit. Definitely. If we are restarting quali, I'm not sure if I will be commentating because I didn't sign up for that. I'm quite sure. It's also only 9 people. So. But Jonar64 has invalidated his lap. We'll not do another lap. I'm not sure though. Meshu is now on his out lap. D-Mag also is on his out lap, and Mr. Kota going for another lap. I'm not sure if he wants to improve on his time again because he's already having a big margin. So it's now really just humiliating the other people in the lobby. But that is, I mean, it's fine with me. Don't really care right now. Yes, the boy invalidating his lap. Harry pushing though. Could he find that improvement? Probably not. Yes, he won't find any improvement. 0.6 seconds off from his previous lap. As now John looking forward to another lap in the Lando Norris helmet. Harry retired from the session. He knows that he cannot do another lap probably. John gets another purple sector 1. Will he invalidate it again? No, he won't. He goes off to the sector 2. Gotta give it to the man. For the things he says, he's very fast. He is in contention to beating Koda here. I'm not even joking. On to the last corner of sector 2. Not invalidating. Hopefully. And that is a 105.056 for sector 2. Not the purple sector 2, but can be a good thing. As he's gonna go across the line now, the last corner. He's gonna get a 130.466. That is a good for 7th place. I take back everything I said about him being fast. I mean, maybe I'm not sure if I can do that. So, yeah, he is pretty fast considering that he good at practice anything and everything. So yeah. Mr. Kota. Oh, and he spins. Mr. Kota spins and resets onto the track, which is not allowed. No, I think it is allowed for him. Oh, and Mr. Piastri, I can see not having a front wing. Oh, and Meshu goes up to second place. Yes, overtaking Marius, who DNF'd because of a mistake, fortunately. DMAC now looking for improvement, 4/10 improvement, a 5 place grid penalty for Mr. Kota, and that is, I mean, improvement from DMAC, but not enough for him to overtake Marius. Oh my Jesus Christ, that's a launch show esque clip right there. Yeah. So at the end we have Mr. Kota first and the Meshu, Marius third, D-Magin is in fourth, and then we have Infinity, Serpiastri, Yestin Boy and Harry. Yes, we are gonna have a restart, so this not sure why we're not already starting, so yeah. We're gonna have a restart, but hopefully only a 25% race, because 31 laps of this chaos is, I mean, that's very boring for the fans, if I say so myself. Because he's an AI. Somebody take him out. Jesus Christ. Okay, I got the clip. I'm saying, Jesus Christ, what's happening there in Las Vegas, but God damn. John R64 is leading the race. Guys, please retire. Because this is Marius, retire. If you're hearing this, retire, just go into the wall at full speed. Like where you went in a qualifying because of your own mistake. I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. John R64 wins the Singapore Grand Prix. An unexpected finisher. Okay. Oh. Unlucky. So, as we are now gonna go for the actual race, which hopefully will be at 25%, because it would be, I think, quite boring for you guys to see a 31 lap race with 8 people in it. So yeah, I would be really happy for and now we're in the lobby. And we're waiting for the restart. It's going to be a 35 lap race. Not 35 laps race, I would be crashing out right now. 35% race. That's much better to hear. And yes, it will be sunny because the actual race was also sunny, so yes, definitely. And it's a 22 lap race now. Hopefully it will be quite more actionable than it would have been a 31 lap race. And also a lot more time saving. Yes, definitely. We're gonna save a lot of time and a lot of our time with 8 people. In my opinion, I'm not sure if there's any viewers here right now. There isn't. Leak has fallen off a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not instigating or anything, but yeah. Unfortunately. Haven't got the standings in a month as before right now. The F124 tier have standings. The F125 tier doesn't. Just keep in mind that. But anyways, let's get back to the action right now. Mr. Kota starting in first place, and then that's Meshu, Marius, and then D-Mag closing out the top 5. I think Infinity is 5th or something. Not really sure now, but here we go. Everybody's choosing the strategy, which I mean there isn't a lot of, because it's a 35 lap race and also 8 people, so we don't know about that. But yes, let's go to today's race. A 22 lap Singapore Grand Prix. Hopefully will not be boring. So we are seeing people, I think we're gonna see people on different strategies. Hopefully, because if we don't, then the 35% race is just the same as a 25% race or 50% race. So, anyways, 3, 4, and 5 red lights, and late start, but we're on the way. We're on the way. Mr. Kota gets a great start. Marius now looking for that second place onto the outside. Ooh, big contact between the Ferrari and the Alpine, still side by side through this second section of the first sector. And we see D-Mac down to 4th place, or no, he keeps that 4th place. Marius, but Marius looking forward to that second place position. Also D-Max quite close to them. Also the Estim boy quite close. Infinity looking to make it another comeback from 8th place again, and he has done 1 place already. I just had to say it, really. As now Marius and D-Mac now both getting a little bit outside of the DRS range. Marius is a 9.5 seconds away from Meshu, or now only 8 tenths away from Meshu, but D-Mac is now outside of Marius's DRS range. Marius is very getting in and out of the DRS range. Meshu is the one who is inside someone's DRS range, or was at least, because now he isn't in the detection point. He is though. D-Mac was also within the DRS range of Marius, I think. No, he wasn't. Okay, I don't know my thing then. As Sir Piastri goes up a place with DRS, and now Meshu is closer than ever to Mr. Kota. Could we see a fight for first place from Meshu and Mr. Kota? Meshu, who was not that good in the rain, now in second place, fighting for the provisional winning place or the lead of the race, and Infinity is up another place. Speaking of places, there's a lot of places in today's place, which is Singapore. But in Meshu now 3 tenths away, only 3 tenths away from Mr. Kota, closely following him behind. Another DRS zone for Meshu. It's another great opportunity for overtaking, but it's not gonna be any luck with that. Marius still, now even farther behind than he was before. But Meshu is even closer than he was before. Meshu is 3 tenths away from Mr. Kota. He just needs to nail this corner and then open the DRS as soon as he can. DRS, ERS, he needs to use everything in his powers to get ahead of this, or get the lead of this race. Mr. Kota not doing absolutely everything to keep him behind. There's also a very hard track to overtake at, so it's going to be difficult for Meshu to gain the lead of this race and to get that winning streak away from Mr. Kota in this weekend. The Ferrari driver with the Monza livery, which is absolutely gorgeous, if I say so myself, is looking for that leading position. Everybody is kind of settled in right now, but Infinity is looking for another place to gain and get get away from another driver, now only 6 tenths away from Sir Piastri, not having DRS though. Probably not, wasn't 6 tenths away in DRS detection zone. But we have DRS in this straight though. In the straight. DRS open, probably using some ERS too. And Sir Piastri lets him through, knows that it is not a fight that he should be doing. He just lost as much time for himself as for Infinity. Meshu now in the gearbox of Mr. Kota a little bit. Yes, Boy gets a 3-second time penalty. As I say that, Harry has retired from the session, and that's our first DNF of the night. Now, Sir Piastri still, I mean, not kind of keeping up with Infinity, but was keeping up for him about half a lap. But now Infinity looking for his other prey within the south of DMAG. He's 4.4 seconds away from DMAG, but you see how quickly he can get gain about 3.6 seconds to Sir Piastri. Can he do that again with DMAG? It seems that he couldn't. Seems that he can't. But Meshu is still on Kota's behind, and now looking for the lead of the race. Big lockup from Kota, not any contact though, beautiful racing. But now Meshu closer than ever in this DRS range. We'll have DRS as does he did before in before laps, and now out of DRS he goes. He's down to about 10% of DRS. Yes, he is. He's 33% DRS right now. But as does Mr. Kota, he's saving a lot of DRS. Meshu still looking forward to that position, and just can smell the fear of Mr. Kota, or the calmness. I think it's an option. You can smell the fear of Mr. Kota as he looks down on his prey and still not really catching him, but getting very close. It's like a cheetah chasing a gazelle, or a lion chasing a gazelle. They're very close to each other, but the lion has to wait for the perfect time for him to strike. And that's the time that Meshu's looking for right now. Goes off the track and now losing about 5-6 tenths of a second, which is unfortunate for him. Now the lion has lost the prey, and the prey has become the lion. Or did he? Meshu is gaming again back to Mr. Kota. We have the DRS now. And using everything in his power to try to get that place. Not really getting any further with that. But he is now back into the range where he could try to put pressure on Mr. Kota, as they don't have any pressure from behind, because Marius is 2.4 seconds away and DMAG is about 4. So Infinity is catching up to DMAG. As I would not like to say that, or if DMAG's or Ace Engineer, I would not like to say that Infinity is catching up, but he did catch up about, I would say, 8 tenths maybe, within 1.5 laps, which is crazy. But yeah, Meshu is now a little bit further behind in from Kota than usual, but has the DRS, still skipping it in DRS as Marius goes into the pits for his first pit stop. Interesting strategy choice, but maybe the medium tires wasn't really working for him so well, as he now exits the pit in, I mean, almost last place, but I mean not technically last place, and exits the pit in 6th place. Smash Shoe, he probably got a little bit tired, like S1 does, but still, I think still looking for that position. But now, here is the man who's looking to make that comeback to the podium finishes. He has gained gained 7 tenths on a D-Mag within a lap again. So it is going to be absolute cinema if he catches up. Might be a bigger comeback than I think one of the races in VDRL where we had a person go from 6th place, 1st, 8th place to 3rd, or maybe even higher positions. Now Mr. Kota goes into the pits. Let's see who will have the faster. Oh, Mr. Kota executes that pit exit perfectly. So does Meshu. Now Meshu is getting closer and closer to Mr. Kota, who will have the better exit out of the pit lane, and will Kota have the pressure on him and make a mistake perhaps to gain for Meshu to get that position. Meshu is now pretty technically far behind of Mr. Kota, 1.4 seconds, will not have the DRS whatsoever. But now Marius could join the race. His undercut worked, or overcut? Undercut, I think. Yes, undercut worked, and he is 1.1 seconds away from Meshu with first of all better, not better, but more hotter tires, so more ready to race tires than Meshu, who still needs to get them up, and with the tire that he's used to. So this could be a big chance for Marius to look for that overtake to get the 2nd place, maybe even. Snimek is the new race leader of this race. Marius now within the DRS range of Meshu, and we have the DRS, which is a great sight to see. It's so that DRS doesn't mean that you can do an overtake, because we saw that Meshu was in the DRS of Mr. Kota for a lot of time. He couldn't get an overtake done just because of getting the DRS, or getting more the ERS in, so it will be interesting to see if he can make a move, but Meshu is now in the DRS range of Mr. Kota, and Mr. Kota is also in the DRS range of Sir Piastri. So this lap definitely won't have any racing. It just seems that Sir Piastri is, still fighting for that 3rd place, even though he knows he doesn't have it. Goes for the outside line and tries to keep it there. Won't work though for him. And Meshu, yes, gets the overtake done quick and easy, and still is within the DRS proximity of Mr. Kota. 6 tenths, so 5 now, closer than 2 laps before, 6 tenths away from Mr. Kota. Norris is only 7 tenths away from him though. D-Mac gets overtaken by Infinity for the lead of the race. Neither one of them has gone into the pits, think. Yes, neither did Infinity or D-Mac went into the box, but D-Mac have gone in just now. And we'll probably try to undercut Infinity. Can see Infinity is the only one who haven't done a pit stop yet, which could turn out pretty badly for him. Marius, what happened, Marius? Now 2 seconds away from Meshu, and Mr. Kota is, I mean, not a great sight to see for him, unfortunately. As now Infinity still keeping that lead position, but not for a while, because he does need to go for a pit stop, and as I can see, a little bit struggling for the grip. Also losing a lot of time to Mr. Kota, Meshu, so it is probably a good choice for him to box as soon as he could, for that fresher, harder tire. As Meshu is now 4 tenths away from Mr. Kota. Now only down going. Meshu is really between the 3 and 5 tenth range of Mr. Kota, having the DRS every single time. Now back up to 7 tenths, or maybe the 6th to 7 tenths range, or 8 range. But as I can see, he's having the DRS every single time. He's now just outside of the DRS range. Maybe some tire degradation happening to Meshu right now, which he's not dealing with it so well. As the 2 people fighting for 6th place, Sir Piastri and Justin Boy. I don't know what this defending tactic is, but definitely something. As they go now, Sir Piastri almost hitting the wall. Wow, having no pressure, and Sir Piastri going side by side with Justin Boy. Justin Boy lets him through. Sir Piastri gets another 3-second time penalty while overtaking. I don't know what is happening really here right now. Maybe does Sir Piastri have an ouch or something? He's moving pretty weirdly, and that's a front end plate gone for Sir Piastri. Justin Boy up to 6th place, or back to 6th place. Yes, Mr. Kota with the fastest lap of the race. Now only within 4 seconds of Infinity, and now almost 2 seconds from Meshu, or in front of Meshu. which is, I mean, he gained 2 seconds within 2 laps. You can't blame the man for trying, but all that, god damn. As both Miastin Boy and Sir Piastris in the wall, both missing end plates. I don't know what this is, but it's definitely something. Are they missing both of their plates? Yes. Okay, so what is happening here? I'm not even getting no attention. Back to Mr. Kota, who is now 1.7 seconds away from Infinity, and so does Mesh, who is 3 seconds away from Infinity also, and 2 seconds away from Mr. Kota. Jesus Christ, this is blowout. Sir Piastri gets another 3-second time penalty. The pits. Replacement, both cars. What's happened? Oh. What happened there? They are very close to each other, for sure. 1/10, about 1/10. Now Mr. Kota within the DRS range of Infinity. To Infinity and beyond. He goes. And getting the DRS for Mr. Kota. It's like a blue flag who doesn't have a blue flag and still fighting for the position. So yeah, probably Mr. Kota is not feeling really happy because Infinity is really just gaining the time for his teammate, who is now 1.5 seconds from Mr. Kota. Mr. Kota now have the DRS and is very close to Infinity. For the outside, try to do a switchback, cannot make it stick though. Now has the DRS advantage and goes around the outside. Big lockup from Infinity though. Maybe tries to do a switchback. Infinity into the pits. Meshu. Now Infinity made the best defense. The English Minister of Defense, I'm not sure how to call it that. Checo Perez 2.0 has now made it happen so that Meshu has the DRS to Mr. Kota, which is crazy to see for sure. Now Meshu again have the fighting chance to gain the lead of this race with 7 laps remaining. Infinity is now closer than ever to Mr. Kota. I think he haven't been this close to Mr. Kota at all. 2/10 away from him, and now trying to look for the perfect time again to jump on his prey. Getting back the synonym for lion mentality again. Meshu is now, I mean, still keeping that gap, but not really as close as he was before. Let's check back on Sir Piastri and Yestinboy. Let's go back to Mr. Kota Meshu. I'm not sure what's happening there, but that's definitely gonna be a problem when they get there. What? How does he say? How do we say that Sir Piastri is 0.051? away from... Okay, that is just pure chaos. Yes, pure chaos. Mesh still in the DRS range and not letting an inch go from that time. Looking forward as much as possible. Looking forward to that shmoney. Oh, and Meshu is 2.5 tenths away from Mr. Kota. They have the DRS. Will he go for the inside? No, he will go for the outside. Look for the switchback. But that will not happen, unfortunately for him. And that is bye-bye from Kota. But not bye-bye from Meshu, because he is 2.7 behind still. And still have the DRS. Now went side by side for a second there, maybe a half a second there. Big lock up from Meshu. Probably lost a couple of tenths there. And now we are back to the 6 tenths mark. Oh, Marius gets a 3-second time penalty. It doesn't really matter because he's 9 seconds ahead of DMAC, but gets a 3-second time penalty at least. Meshu is now has lost some time to Mr. Kota, now 7 tenths away from him. As it's starting to look like a endless battle for these two gentlemen. I mean, not an endless battle, because the race will end within 5 laps. So, definitely not an endless battle. But Meshu is just, I mean, he's keeping up with Mr. Kota, but he's not faster than Mr. Kota, even with the DRS advantage. Probably not managing his ERS or tires that good, and cannot catch up to Mr. Kota. Unfortunately for him, not unfortunately for Mr. Kota, who's looking for that win again in VDRL after so many wins, because he thought of this league for him to win in something. After so many wins in VDRL, he's looking to add another one into his collection. And just keeping Meshu behind. I mean, he's doing a great job at it, but Meshu behind, definitely. As, again, Serbiest and yesterday. Also, have to mention Infinity, coming from 8th place, now 1.9 seconds away from 4th place. Or 2 seconds away from 4th place. He's made a pretty marginal comeback again. He is, I gotta give it to the man, he is pretty great at comebacks. He's quite fast in some regions of the track, or some tracks. He's also maybe not that cool on his hand. The pressure's got to get to him sometimes. That's maybe a trait that he should be focusing on, but he's definitely gotta give it to the guy. He's made an impressive comeback right now. As Mr. Kota and Meshu still, I mean, the nearest training really. Murray is now 8.6 seconds away from them. Oh, and the Infinity, I think. Yes, the Infinity spun. That is the end of his comeback right now. Very unfortunate news for him. He was looking so good. He lost it at the same place where Marius lost it in the qualifying. That is unfortunate for the man in the red. It's just looking like the real life thing. Gotta say, today is not Christmas Day, but Santa is coming today. And you gotta say, a lot of people believe in, oh Jesus, and Infinity's into the wall. And that is a Lance Stroll flashback to 2023. Infinity into the wall with 2 laps remaining of, or 3 laps remaining of this race. And that is 5th place out of the contentions. So, everyone's saying Santa's Day today, and a lot of people believe in a man in the red. You know what else they believe in? A man in a red, a man in a red, named I don't know what's his name. Animated, the Ferrari team principal. They believe in him. It doesn't work out, as you can see. Is the same thing as the real life thing. Meshu, it looks like he turned on the jets a little bit. He is now 3.5 or 4 tenths away from Mr. Kota himself at the penultimate lap of this race. Now both Meshu and Mr. Kota gonna go for the end of the gonna go for their last lap of the race. Meshu closer than ever before with 2 tenths. He was 2 tenths away from Mr. Kota. He's pushing. Hard as he can. Look at that, again a yellow flag from the thing that Justin Boy and Serpias is doing. Not sure what. But yes, Meshu now looking for a last resort to get the last win of the season of season 5 in VDRL. As he is looking for that leading position of 1st place, of course. But can he get it though? I'm not quite sure. We will see. At the end of this race, which is very close. Okay, now onto the last sector they go. Meshu is a little bit farther than before. But here is the man who didn't dominate the race, but kept it in first place. And Mr. Kota wins this Singapore Grand Prix again. Meshu is in the barrier, but reverses into the finish line. Mr. Costa wins the last race of the season. Marius is third, and then D-Mag is gonna get it a top 5. Some burnouts for this season 5. Absolute cinema. The fireworks are for the drivers. Back to D-Mac. Beautiful race from him too, finishing in 4th place. And that is the end of season 5 of VDRL. That is Mr. Kota. Winning the race. That was an interesting race, if I say so myself. Meshu really putting a lot of work in, but just couldn't do it. Mr. Kota winning both the races. But now, thank you everyone for getting into VDRL at the last round of season 5, and I hope we see you next time, and goodbye.